we could talk about surfing, but let's talk song. This video is a request from, I think it's Ili Miguel, who wrote, please break down one or more new songs from Tame Impala, End of Summer, Loser, Dracula, and two emojis like this. I chose Dracula. I want to learn more about Tame Impala, who I know a little bit, but not really. I want to learn how they write songs. So without further ado, let's get going. Step 1. Find the key. I believe it's the tonal center. I believe that we are in the key of B flat. That B flat is the tonal center of the key, but I also believe that we have some weird type of Phrygian-major mode. Let's find out how this beautiful melody at the beginning works. So is that typical flamenco? Right, where we always land here on the Phrygian-major B flat idea. The melody line is a bit weird. Ba, 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 ba. Is it the third above? I think it's thirds stacked on top of each other, right? Something like this. And harmony-wise, we've got this flamenco-y. And now they go to B flat minor. I think they now play the B flat as a minor thing, but they still go to... Okay, so they basically switch from the Phrygian major mode to regular Phrygian, where we've got the minor third. But the idea of is always there. This was interesting. There were two new chords, maybe one. Maybe it was this D flat major thing that we had as a passing chord before as well. The morning light is turning blue, the feeling is bizarre. Ah, okay, and now we go to the Aeolian relative, so this would be the E flat minor. Very interesting so far. Okay, and we've always got this D flat major as a passing chord, but they always come back to the E flat minor. Interesting melody. The morning light is turning blue, the feeling is bizarre. Something like this, right? Relatively small range, but because it's in this falsetto, it's interesting and cool. The morning light is turning blue, the feeling is bizarre. This is the stressed, unstressed syllable relationship, right? The night is almost over, I still don't know where you are. And they repeat this metric rhythm and thereby establish a very, very classic AA rhyming pattern. The shadows, they keep me pretty like a movie star. Interesting. So they have got a third A line. The shadows, yeah, they keep me pretty like a movie star. The range is basically still that idea, but the chords do really cool, crazy stuff. The shadows, they keep me pretty like a movie star. I think is the thing, right? The typical chromatic movement in the bass. Look at the bass here. It's, I think, the Hotel California idea, right? And the chords are, I believe, E flat minor, that then goes to B flat major, but with the 3 in bass, D flat major, and again A flat major with 3 in bass. Okay, so the chromatic movement requires slash chords where we have got new bass notes that are not the root of the chord. Makes me feel like Dracula. And after the 3 A lines, we have got something like a refrain, one line that also covers the title of the song, which is Dracula. Daylight makes me feel like Dracula. Let's listen to the chords for a sec. Daylight makes me feel like Dracula. I think it's... Okay, so the B major to B flat major thing, or actually I should say C flat major. It looks like a B major, but it's a C flat in that context, to B flat major. So again, this flamenco-y thing that brings back this Phrygian vibe from the intro. The melody from Daylight Makes Me Feel Like Dracula is... Daylight makes me feel like Dracula. Daylight. I think a downward movement, which makes sense because it's kind of a pessimistic line. Daylight makes me feel like Dracula, and Dracula is not especially happy during daylight. In the end, I hope it's you and me. And again, right? I think minor. Yes. So the minor third is also in the melody. I heard. Always this jump between B flat major and C flat major. In the darkness, I would never leave you. Repeat the same idea. Right, third time around. Interesting. So again, we've got those 3 repeating elements, and the 4th time around we have a new idea that kind of wraps up this section. So again, we play with the secondary dominant thing, with that major 3 in bass as well, that wants us to go to a new section. Interesting song form, because it's not really clear if it's a verse-chorus structure, if we are talking about a verse-refrain idea, if this was the bridge we heard. No idea. Certainly verse number 2, remember this here. They even keep the rhyme, so the feeling is bizarre from verse 1 now becomes I'm on the verge of caving in, I run back to the dark. So again, we've got this R rhyme, but we keep the metric rhythm and we also keep the chord progression. Now I'm Mr. Charisma fucking Pablo Escobar. Very cool line. Now I'm Mr. Charisma fucking Pablo Escobar. Interesting. Again with this as the harmonic backdrop. I just wanna be right where you are. I just wanna be la-da-da-da. Right? This was the Dracula line, so I think they... makes me feel like Dracula. This downward movement that they had in the end with Daylight Makes Me Feel Like Dracula, which was really pessimistic, changes a little bit. I just want to be right where you are, because it's a more optimistic line as well. I just want to be right where you are. Where you are. And this time really emphasizing this dominant chord that we are on. Is that really the chorus? Bold choice, right? A Phrygian chorus that is not really something that opens up. I understand that with dance music, and this is certainly a danceable song, there are other rules to the game. It's certainly not that typical chord melody relationship hook that we would expect from pop music. How does he phrase that? Because again, we have this, in the end I hope it's you and me, in the darkness I would never leave, clearly establishing this idea. And then there is this here. We both saw this moment. Right, the we both is spare syllables that he has to kind of hide somewhere before. Okay, now here we are again building tension, here we are. What's next? Very interesting metric rhythm. I think it's a very typical Maidens, the Iron Maiden chord progression with 6 minor, 5 and 4, E flat minor, D flat and C flat. What I really like is the phrasing of the word Dracula, which is really syncopated and really special, and it plays nicely with the arrangement hit that they have there. Right? We've got right? This is really interesting. Let's analyze the melody for a sec. Okay, so we start this here. It's a little Latin motif, right? Right, with I'll make sure to transcribe the rhythm and show you here because it's really interesting. It's that Gloria Estefan Cuban idea of right? Or also Mama say Mama sa Mama kusa. Melody variation. No rhythmic variation. Something like this. New chords as well. I think it's this time with bass going up, same chord, different bass, right? And again, a fourth line that breaks the pattern a little bit. It still rhymes, but now it says, isn't the view spectacular? Because you can't really say run from the sun like Dracula 4 times in a row. The intro riff that we bring back in the instrumental interlude here. Right? And now they vamp on it and develop it, at least arrangement-wise, same melody. I think this section is new, so I would call this a bridge. What chords are those? I want to say... No new chords. 3 minor 4. Again, this Phrygian idea. Maybe it was something that we heard before. It's a little bit like this, but no. It's certainly a new section. But please. And it's always those rhyming lines, right? There is no thing that says A, B, A, B in the rhyme structure. It's always lines that rhyme with each other, quite striking. In that case, it's "but please do you think about what it might mean, 'cause I dream about you in my sleep." Always with a very big awareness of the stressed and unstressed syllables. Okay, we've got "baka daka dun kaka kong kum," right? "Would you ever love someone like me?" This we certainly know. This was the chorus idea. This is so cool. I don't know why it takes them almost 3 minutes to bring it back, because this is the chorus that should play all day long. And also, this variation becomes a hook in its own right when they repeat this, right? So making the variation a hook really interesting. And this was Dracula by Tame Impala, written by Kevin Parker, which I think is the main character in Tame Impala, and a person called Sarah Aarons. I'm sure we can take away valuable songwriting learnings. Songwriting learning number 1 is about the metric rhythm in the verses, because they are so clear that we can really see that there was songwriting craftsmanship at work. Listen to this line. This establishes the metric rhythm for the complete verse. Bum 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 bum. Right? So this is unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed. Always that same back and forth between unstressed and stressed syllables. They turn this into "the night is almost over, I still don't know where you are. The shadows, yeah, they keep me pretty like a movie star." And only when they kind of deliver the punchline do they change this by saying "daylight makes me feel like Dracula." So it's always important to be aware of your metric rhythm and to repeat it accordingly. Songwriting learning number 2 is also about this first verse where he sings this here. "Daylight makes me feel like Dracula" is of course not the hook, because the hook is this here. But we already introduced the title of the song and thereby establish a tiny foreshadowing element to what we can expect from the chorus. So this is a really, really good idea to hide a little Easter egg in your first verse as a foreshadowing element to, in that case, the title of the song, something that will be important in the rest of the song as well. And songwriting learning number 3 is about looking at your chorus line variation, and if it's equally strong, then make this a hook in its own right. Listen to that variation. Right? So the original line was "run from the sun like Dracula," and this variation here, "run from the sun like Dracula," also with this exciting and suspensed ending, becomes a hook in its own right because they repeat this. So suddenly we need this as well, and this becomes another, let's say, recognizable element of the song, which is what a hook should be about. So this is a very, very interesting method to vary your hook and make the variation a new hook. And this was my live reaction on-the-fly analysis of Tame Impala's Dracula. Now, if you liked this, please make sure to give me the thumbs up, to subscribe to the Let's Talk Song channel if you haven't yet, and to leave friendly comments. Please also visit me on Linktree for further resources, or open the video descriptions where I have curated a link list for you that might come in handy. I guess we've talked song, you can talk about surfing now. Bye bye!